What's going on, PL? This is Phenom81 coming to you with Season 5, Week 16 predictions, and look and see how all these games, that are important and how they affect the playoffs. So let's get into it. First up, we got the Titans and the Texans, and the Texans have finally got a loss on their resume. I'm assuming it was last week. We'll take a look there, right there. Lost the Giants. Good win by Kyle, as he needed that one pretty desperately. So big win by Kyle, and we'll look at see where the Titans are. We know that Levi is at the top of the AFC now at 13-1, and the Browns are 13-1 as well, as you can see it right there, 13-1, 13-1. I don't think that the Texans and the Browns have played, so no tiebreaker situation there. The Dolphins down here at 12-1, the Patriots 10-4, the Ravens 9-5, Bengals 5-5, Colts 8-6, Chargers 8-6, and there are the Titans at 8-6. So if you look at how this plays out, 1 seed, or 2 seed, Texans, they have a half game up on the Dolphins here. The Dolphins lead the East, they'd be the 3 seed. The Patriots at 10-4 would be the first wild card. The Ravens would be the second wild card, as they are second in the North. So down here you have the Chargers at 8-6 and the Broncos at 8-6. That would be the West. They're fighting for the West, but the Titans are here at 8-6. So he desperately needs a win, but he's playing Levi. Now Levi has that loss out of the way that Madden always seems to bestow on you. I'm going to take Levi in this game. Important game for the Titans, though, if they want to make the playoffs, is they're running out of weeks to get it done. So give me the Texans 27-20. Next up, we got the Eagles and the Giants, and we just saw that the Giants beat the Texans last week in a big win. So he should get his 10th win this week in that mess of an NFC East. God almighty, look at this NFC East, guys. This thing is jam-packed to the rim here. It's definitely the most competitive conference or division in the PEL. So you have the Giants at 10-4, Redskins at 9-5, and the Cowboys at 9-5. I guess that means that the Redskins won that game against the Cowboys last week to draw ahead of him. We'll have to look at that. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Redskins, there we go. Redskins, yep, 38-7. Bragg Job showed up in a big way to get that win. So give me the Giants in this one, pretty easy. We'll say 31-7. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Bears. The Vikings have already salted away have clinched the NFC North. I'll take the Vikings in this game pretty easily, as they look to slide into that, I believe it's the 4 seed. We'll look at that too. As long as we keep having games like this, we'll keep looking. Oh wow, that's settings. Went a little too far there. You look at the NFC, and you have the Rams at 13-1 and the Panthers at 10-4. So this is an important game for the Vikings, as they've already won the North. But you see the Giants here at 10-4, the Vikings at 10-4. The Panthers right now would have the 2 seed, probably via a conference record. As you slide over here and see the NFC wins and losses, see he's 9-2 in conference. As you can see, the Giants down here 8-2 in conference. And the Vikings are 7-3. So important game for the Vikings that he needs to win, should win, as he still is in contention for that bye slot. The first 2 slots get the bye. So Vikings pretty easy in this one. We'll say 24-14. Next up, we got Saints and the Panthers, and see, that's a big win for the Panthers with the Saints on auto. That gives him, his 11th win, and as he is in a good shape, and that finishes out his conference schedule at 10-2. So good win for the Panthers there, as they look to lock in that 2 seed. Next up, we got the Patriots and the Browns, and as you see, the 10-4 Patriots and the 13-1 Browns. As the Browns, they're not going to shut it down. They're looking for home field advantage over Levi. He went on the road all last season to get to the Super Bowl and win it. but I think he would prefer to be at home. So give me the Browns in this one. We'll say 27-14. Next up, we got the Lions and the Jets. I don't believe the Jets are playing, so this should be an easy win for the Lions. We'll say 20. Well, it'll be a force. So you got the Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills are on auto now, so Dolphins should win this game by force. Cowboys and the Jaguars, big game for the Cowboys. They look to hang in there at 9-5. You know, they still got a shot at the division, still got a shot at the wild card. As we saw earlier, we'll take a look and see where he is in the wild card race. I know that he's right there. That loss to Redskins hurt him, but you can see winner of the West, leading the South. You know, leading the. I guess he actually has won. Oh, and he's already clinched home field advantage. But the Panthers are going to win the South. Well, that's not necessarily true. You got the Bucks down there at 9-5. So the Panthers lead the South. The Vikings have won the North. The Giants lead the East for now. Redskins and Cowboys. So right now, Lee is the first man on the outside. So Lee needs this one in the worst way to get him that 10th win. And I think he'll get it over Jeff. We'll say, in a good one, 21-17. And next up, we got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Looks like the force has been set for the home Raiders. It's another win for the Raiders, as he's playing pretty good down the stretch here. Next up, we got the Broncos and Colts. This is a loser leave town match. As we saw earlier, we can look again. This pretty much, loser of this one is done. I mean, they are both, I believe they're both 8-6 in the AFC. Colts at 8-6, Broncos at 8-6. Huge game. I'm going to lean towards the Colts in this one just on offense alone. I know the Broncos have a really good defense, and he's a very good defensive player. But, man, that Colts, they got that offense revved up over there. So I'm going to say too much offense. As Broncos try to hold them down. But I'm going to say 27-17, just too much offense for the Broncos in this one. Next up, we got the Buccaneers and the Rams, and not a good time to be playing the Rams for the Bucs. As the Bucs, we just saw them. They're on just the outside looking in. And this will give them their 7th loss if they, can't find a way to beat the Rams. Rams are 13-1. Bucs down here on the outside looking in. This would make him 9-6. That one will hurt, especially with the Cowboys looking to win. And the Giants got a pretty good one. So this one hurt. This one will hurt the Bucs pretty bad. Their playoff chances all but dwindle away with this loss against the Rams. But you never know. Crazy things happen. The Bucs a good player. He's made a lot of progress, and this will be that key win he needs. So good luck to you, Oil the Beast, against Bugatti. He is beatable, so they say. So anyway, Rams, we'll say 20-10. Next up, we got the Redskins and the Packers. Packers we're sitting around 7-7, but the Redskins are desperate. They need this one to stay right there in the East, stay right there in the wild card slot that they're in. So Redskins win this one. We'll say 30-20. Next up, we got the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I'll take the Cardinals in this one. Cody's a good league member in here, and he always fights the bitter end. And just because he's out of the playoffs doesn't mean he won't play hard. He'll close it out here. So give me the Cardinals in this one. We'll say 17-13. Next up, we got the Bengals and the Ravens in a huge AFC wild card game. I mean, this is as big as it gets. You better pack a lunch. This is going to be a good one. These two guys, Caleb and Brandon, been hammering each other. You see the Ravens are 9-5 and the Bengals are 9-5. Let's see what happened the first time they played. I'm pretty sure that the Ravens won. I think the Bengals will be closer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bengals 23-20. First time win for the Ravens. That was in Cincinnati too. This time it will be in Baltimore. Man, I'm gonna say that Brandon's gonna get this one. I feel like they're gonna split. Brandon's one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. I don't know if y'all just looked at that schedule. Let me go back. In the PEL, Brandon is absolutely hot right now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. Brandon needs this one. Has to have it. Desperation mode. Hadn't made the playoffs yet and finished 10-6 last 2 seasons. He's going to get this one. I'm going to say 27-23. Great game between the Ravens and the Bengals. With the upset as they split. Next up, we got the Chargers and the 49ers. 49ers are in auto. Started some online classes. So this is a good win for the Chargers as he looks to hold off the Broncos in the AFC West. So I think that they're both 8-6. AFC West. Yep, 8-6. So this is a win to keep Deontay on top of the AFC West for now. So good win. And like I said, that Broncos-Colts game, that's a loser leave town match. So the Broncos need that one desperately to hang in there. And last but certainly not least, we got the Saints and the Falcons. I'm on auto, so that gives Saints and Falcons and Steelers. I'm on auto, so that gives the Steelers the win in this one. All right, guys, that is a look at your playoff race. We are 12 minutes and 7 seconds in. Just you gotta take a look at the playoffs when it's down to week 16. So good luck to everybody, and I'll holler at you later.